Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do my April favorites for you. I know it's a little bit late, but I found some really great things last month that I thought were worth sharing in the foodie, beauty, and life categories. So here goes. My first item was one that I've been using for well over a year now. It's sort of a YouTube made me buy it, and it's the Treat Beauty Marshmallow Cream Lip Balm. There are a few things that I really like about this lip product. First of all, it really works. I have very dry lips, and over the years I've had to really rely on a good lip product to make sure that they don't get chapped or dry or just feel uncomfortable. And this is only the second product I've ever found, aside from Avon's Dew Kiss, which I've been using for years and years and which was recently discontinued. This is the only other thing other than that that truly works for me. So it's one that I highly recommend. Second of all, it just has a really great scent. They have kind of candy scents, like things like cake and marshmallow, so I always appreciate that. Another thing is that it's organic and cruelty-free, which is important to a lot of people, myself included. And the last thing is that even though I do find it a little bit pricey, like every time I go to buy it, it's a teeny bit painful because it's over $10. It's about, I think I want to say $12.99. But the reality is that it's at least 3 times bigger than the products that I usually use. And I think by the time you do the math and when you consider the fact that it's got much better ingredients in it than most of the products I use, I think that it's well worth it. And I bought 2 of these about a year ago and they lasted me well over a year. And I use them constantly, every single day, in the morning and then whenever I need a little touch up or a little extra moisture. So I highly recommend these. My next favorite for the month of April is the Kat Von D Everlasting Lip Liner in the color Lolita. I actually did a video about this a couple weeks back, and you can click on the link below or the link above to get to that video to see in detail what I liked about it. But basically, it is a beautiful color that goes with pretty much any lipstick in my personal collection, which tends to be mauves, nudes, and even some of the pinky brown colors as well. And really, it just lasts, it glides on well, and it is definitely my favorite lip liner. The next item is Mario Badescu's Almond and Honey Face Scrub. What I really liked about this scrub is that it's made of both finely ground almonds and cornmeal, and I feel like you really get a sense of that when you're cleaning your face with this. I love a good scrub, but I don't want anything that's harsh or irritating, and this was gentle enough that it didn't bother my skin, but it worked well enough that I really felt like I got a scrub out of it. Next are my foodie favorites for the month of April, and I had 3 that really stood out. The first was something called a Pixie Mandarin, which is this teeny little orange that has the sweetest, most candy-like flavor of any citrus I've ever eaten. And the reason I discovered it is because it was one of my ingredients in a Blue Apron meal that I cooked recently, and it really added something extra and special to the dish that I prepared. So if you see a Pixie Mandarin everywhere, I highly recommend that you pick it up. Another foodie favorite was a meal that my friend made for me. It was actually one of her Blue Apron meals, and it is hands down the best Blue Apron meal that I've tasted. The meal that she made was a seared salmon with Lebneh with frike, kale, and dates, and it was just lemony and creamy and clean and bright all at the same time. So it sort of hit my need to eat something healthy and clean and light, but also satisfied that, like, I don't know how to say it aside from saying like stick to your ribs, and felt sort of comforting, even though usually we associate comfort foods with things that are like heavier and less healthy. But it just hit the spot on every level. My last foodie favorite for the month of April is something that I've actually been working on for pretty much since winter started, and it's a new recipe which I'm going to be sharing with you over the next few weeks for a turmeric white hot chocolate. It is absolutely delicious, and for those of you who are looking for recipes with turmeric, which is said to have a lot of health benefits, this one will totally hit the mark for you. I have been working on it. I started with a recipe that I thought would work and just kind of changed it till I found something that I thought was great, and everybody that I've shared it with has fallen absolutely madly in love with that. So I'm really excited to share that recipe with you. And really, in the month of April, I think is when I really got that recipe to where I think it needs to be shared with friends. And that leads us to the last 3 favorites, which are life favorites. And in the life category, I made a little discovery at Yankee Candle. Now, I had a favorite candle, and it's this one right here. You can see that I burned like half of it, and then I stopped burning it because they discontinued it. It was a black currant, and when I tell you, to this day, it still has such a strong, beautiful, like lush, juicy, fruity scent to it that I could be on the other side of the room and sometimes I'll get a whiff of this even with the cover on. It's just such an amazing scent, and I kind of refuse to burn the rest of it because it's a favorite, and I figured if I burn it, it'll be gone in a matter of hours. But if I don't burn it, I could still take a whiff of it or just get a scent of it when I'm in my room. So I've had it for years. I couldn't even tell you how many, but a lot. A lot of years to hold on to a candle that you're not burning. So over those same years, I've been going into Yankee Candle regularly to try to see if they brought it back, and they haven't. But Yankee Candle now carries Woodwick, and I got the teeny one for now. I'm definitely going to go back and get a bigger one. But this Woodwick Black Cherry smells almost exactly like that black currant. I mean, they're so close. They're so close. That one's still better. I will say if Yankee Candle were to bring that one back, I would choose it definitely over this, but this is a really, really good second. And so I got the little one, the petite candle, just to test it out and make sure that it was in that family of scents that I wanted, and it definitely checks out. So if you love really vibrant berry flavors, like not ones that are wintry or fall like, but ones that are clean enough that you could burn them all year but really have more of that spring summer feel to them, this new Woodwick candle is for you, and they carry them at Yankee Candle. So if you have one of those near you, I would highly recommend going there. My next life favorite was from my best friend, who is the best human being on the face of the earth. And she got me this little treat, which is a favorite moment of the day journal. And I have to say, it's one of those things that really makes you, like at the end of the day, you think about, what happened in your day. And usually there's something special. And I think if there's something extraordinarily special, I just scribble down in one of these pages. And they're really great because it's just one page. You just put the date and then, just a little reminder of your day so that, at the end of the year or whenever you want, you could just look at this and just be reminded of all the lovely things that happen in your life. And when I see it, I think of my friend. There's a lot of ways to track your favorite moments of the day. I've done, little mason jars that have little slips in them where every single day you write something special that happened or something that you're grateful for. And there's so many other ways, but it's nice to have this little journal because it just feels more special somehow. So anyway, thank you to my friend. So those were my 8 favorites for the month of April for Foodie, Beauty, and Life, but I actually have one more, and it's not so much an April favorite, but an always favorite. On January 1st of this year, I started Foodie Beauty Life. I started with my Instagram and then my website and blog, and then I did my YouTube channel, which has been up for approximately a month and a half. And I just want to say thank you to every single person who has watched a video, who has left a comment, who has subscribed, or who has hit that like button. It means the world to me, and you are absolutely a favorite of mine. And I look forward to spending a lot more time with you. And I hope you have a great day, and I will see you very soon. Take care.